Hi, Joe Murphy again. I'm back to situational leadership, and this is the fourth in a series of becoming a situational leader, understanding the situation and being able to apply certain skills to people's development level so that you can give them the right style of leadership based upon where they are on a certain task. And this is the key. Remember, this is always task or goal specific. Okay. So for example, if I'm in a D4 riding a bicycle, okay, I'm not going to tell you how to go ride the bicycle. You're just going to get out of the car, go in the garage, pull out the bike and go ride. Now, if I'm teaching you how to play chess and you've never played chess before, I'm going to start here at D1. I've got to be very explicit in giving you directions. Now, let's go through these quadrants as much as I can. I'm going to watch the clock. I may have to do this in two versions, but at different levels, what the person needs from you based upon the goal or task in terms of what they need from you as a leader. They need direction. So here, they need direction. They need instructions. In chess, you need to know how the pawn moves, how the knight moves, how the bishop moves, how the queen moves, how the rook moves, that would be the castle, and how the king moves, and how the pawn can do en passant, and how the king and rook can castle, move different ways, and how you can use the pawn to move two spaces up in the opening moves when they first open. Okay, I used to play chess. Did I tell you that? I used to be a United States Chess Federation rated player. I used to play in tournaments. But I had to learn the game, so I had to learn how the pieces moved. And that's what I want you to think about. Direction here. This is direction. Concrete examples would be another one here. Concrete examples of showing me how to move the pieces. Solutions to problems. Now that might not fit chess, but some examples of how to solutions. In order to do this, Joe, I know you're new to our company, but in order to get this done, you have to get the resources and you have to fill out Form 107 to get resources to help you with this issue that you've got. Opportunities to practice, okay? This is practice. You want to give person time to practice. So you might say, there's a course online that we have done with our organization. And I want you to watch the video 3 or 4 times so you can understand what we're looking for. So this is all about direction in this. And you're doing, remember from yesterday or the previous session, 80-20, you're doing 80% of the talking. They're talking 20%. You're not asking a whole bunch of questions. It's all about direction. All right. So, and you're going to give feedback on the process and how they're progressing in learning what they need to know. So let's go to this other quadrant here. And in this other quadrant, what we want to go to is understanding the needs of somebody who needs coaching. So they go from here. By the way, the person's here, they start off, they're wildly enthusiastic, can hardly wait. But as soon as they start learning how to do it, just like playing a chess game or riding a bicycle, they're going to be frustrated. After some time, they were enthusiastic, they're going to lose some of their enthusiasm, if not all of it, and they're going to go into D2. This is where we're going to be coaching them. We're going to coach them. And I want to talk to you what coaching means. We all think we know what coaching is. It's that it's encouragement, but it's more than just that. We're listening to their concerns. And that's number one. We want to listen to their concerns. We're listening to their concerns. We want to give them perspective. That, don't worry, we've been through this before. Everybody goes through this learning curve. So you want to give them perspective. And you want to give them hope with that perspective. You want to give them also explanations as to the rationale. Remind them why this is important. Why this is important. The why. This is the rationale and the reason why, or purpose if you want to call it that. The why is critical. So in this is D2. This is part of coaching. And then you want to give some opportunities for them to give you examples of how they should solve it. But again, you're deciding in these two quadrants as to what needs to be done next. Because as they start building their skills and practicing it, you're going to be giving them more advice, alternatives. You know, instead of doing it that way, you should try this. Or let me give you some advice on what you should do about that. So this is about coaching, listening, perspective, rationale, the reason why, alternatives, as well as advice. But again, 80-20, you're doing 80% of the talking. I know that's, as a stickler with a lot of people, well, you should be listening. You should be doing 20% of the talking. That's not true. When the person's first starting off on a task or goal, you better be instructing them. And we're afraid of doing this because we don't want to be called a micromanager. Now, I'm going to stop the tape here because I'm going to cover this. I want to make sure you get this. And again, this is about telling. And then tomorrow, or in the next session, we'll get into ask. I'm Joe Murphy, and I'm here for your success. Thanks for watching.